as Mrs. Zainab mentioned, that we are going to go through Scopus overall features and of course Scopus AI as well. There are actually new features has been added to Scopus AI compared to the training which we had previously. So without further ado, let me first start sharing two slides only about the updates in the content in Scopus, and then we will move to Scopus itself. So let me share the PowerPoint. Okay, this is just an update on the content in Scopus. We usually have this update monthly because you may know that we add around 13,000 articles per day to Scopus. So a lot of content is added every day. So the content right now is 29.1 plus thousand active journals. So 29,000 journals active right now in Scopus, and more than 426,000 books, plus the conferences as well, of course, which is coming from 7,000 publishers. Elsevier is just one of these publishers. In terms of number of publications, we have reached 102,000 plus million publications by end of last month. And we have 21.9, almost 22 million author profiles, researcher profiles like you, and 94,000 affiliation profiles. Uh, Maybe I've mentioned some of these numbers already, that we update Scopus with 13,000 articles per day. The content is from 105 countries worldwide, so we are trying to cover the countries worldwide. We have around 25 million open access publications, so almost one fourth of the publications in Scopus are open access. You can see the journal subjects on the left side. In the physical sciences, we have more than 15,000 journals, health sciences 15,000, social sciences 16,000, and life sciences 8,000, as you can see. The conferences, 171,000 conferences, 1,000 conferences, of course, which is mainly focused on engineering and computer science as 50%, and the other 50% for the rest of the subjects. The books, because usually the people in the researchers in social sciences and arts and humanities publish more in books. So the 426,000 journals are focusing around 50% on social sciences and humanities, but the other 50% are distributed between the different subject. So that's a quick update on Scopus content till now. Let me move to Scopus itself, and then we start looking at, or as a refresher session. Sorry, not this one. Very sorry. Yeah, I hope this is the correct one. So before we access Scopus, I would like to share with you, for the people who maybe don't know yet, that you can access Scopus from the library website, which allow you to have a remote access to Scopus and other resources. So if you go to the University of Bahrain library and then you click on find resources A to Z, or maybe you can go down and browse also the resources you have, including Scopus. If I click here on A to Z, so I should go to Scopus alphabetically, and that, as I mentioned, allow you to access it within the library or within the university and outside the university as well. so you can access it anytime. So I'm selecting S, and then you can browse databases, and you go to, sorry, go to S, and then you have Scopus and Science Direct as well on the page. Okay. I actually accessed it last week from the website. So let me do this again. Yeah, so you have it on actually on the short list on the databases as well. So all the electronic resources under the main library page, you have Scopus. If you click on it, then it should open Scopus for you, and you can start access it. Usually Scopus, as you can see, the main page opens on the search page, which you have different types of searches. You have the document search, author search, and so on. Document search is searching for documents, and we will see how can we do that quickly. It's because it's very easy and simple, and we try to focus on more sophisticated things. But before that, I would recommend that you create a username and password if you don't have yet to Scopus. You can use Scopus without username and password, but that will give you additional features. You can actually save titles. And also, if you do a complicated search, you can save it and come back to it after that. You can actually create also alerts. So when a new article has been added for you or for someone else, you want to get an email for that, you can do this, or even citations and so on by creating the alerts. You can export. I mean, when you export things will come here, and also the dashboard for your requests to support. So when you send any question to the support, a request to change or fix something, you will have it here in the dashboard, and you can follow up with the support team. And the username and password, very simple. It's your email, university email address, and just a password. And you can use it for Scopus, Science Direct, or any other product of Elsevier. The second part is the support. If you click on the question mark, you have two types. One is the tutorials, which is actually, let me click on it. It has the text tutorials, help, normal text help, and also in addition to that, short videos. Even for the simple things like how to conduct a basic search, you can see a short video take you step by step. Or for the more sophisticated things, how affiliation profile work in a Scopus, for example, you can see that into the support part. Also in the help, you have the support center, which you can contact them by different ways. And this is your first line of support. You can contact them by email. You can contact them by phone. And maybe the simple way is to chat with the team. That would be if you would like it for a quick answer, you can chat with the team and get an answer immediately for your question. So that is by clicking on the question mark. And as I mentioned, when you send any request to the support team, it will appear under your login name here in the dashboard for requests. The other section in Scopus is the sources, which has the journals, conferences, and books, allow you to select the right journal for you. So let's start with the search. You have the document search, and from the name, the output will be documents or publications. So you can see here there are different fields you can select from to do your search, and then you type your search. You can add multiple fields as well. If I click here, then I can actually add a different field, let's say affiliation city, and use and or as a Boolean operators as well, and make my search more narrow than searching for general things. I'll just search for something common. And I have put the quotations because I want the two keywords to come together only. That is the only way which I want solar energy to come together. And I'm searching in article, title, abstract, and keywords, and click on search. Then you start seeing the results. Here is the total number of documents found for solar energy. Of course, it was a very broad term to search for. And then the results, you can see the type here is an article title, the author, the source, which is the journal or the conference or the book, the year, and the citations. And then on the left side, always you will see, you will get filters. The first filter you get that you can search within the search. So you can search and make it something more narrow, or you can use range of date. As you can see here, you can change the sliding bar, or you can click on individual and select, maybe I would like to look at maybe the last 4 years of publications. Also, it will ask you which subject area. So solar energy, from which point of view? Is it from the engineering point of view, or energy point of view, or material science, and so on? Let's say I would like to look at it from energy point of view. What type of document? Let's say I'm looking only for articles. So a lot of filters you can see on the left side, countries and so on, including the open access. So let's say I would like to look at open access journals only. So and I click limit to, so it's going to apply all these filters on the results. So it come down from 177,000 to 5,000 documents. You can actually select all of them and then export. And when you export it to Excel, it will ask you which fields you want to export. You can export up to 20,000 documents in one time. If you want to do more than that, maybe you can use the date to filter and export 20,000 by 20,000. So that's one way. You can actually also do an analysis for your search. If you click on Analyze Search Results, you would be able to do an analysis for the search you did. So, for example, documents per year per source, number of publications. Remember that we used the filter, so it's not a very common result. Documents by author, by affiliation, by subject area, and so on. So you can do a full analysis for your search. You can look at citation overview as well. And then let's say I want to look at this document, but before I want to look at it, I can actually look at the abstract and see if this is something useful for me. Maybe yes, this is good. Let me open the full information of this article. And you will see here the title of the article. And then you see here, this is the journal. I'll come back to it. The type is article, open access. This is the DOI. These are the three authors. We have the corresponding author has shared his or her email, so you can contact him or her. This is the affiliation. All information, we can see more information here on the left side, and then you can start seeing the abstract, author keywords, indexed keywords, the funding details, which is captured from the article, of course. And then also we can see the impact, which is the matrix. The citation, it was, I think it's because it's very new article, so it's only one citation, and it gives you the percentile. So it is like in it's 74th percentile around Q3, although this is an article, not a journal. And then you have here the field weighted citation impact, which is the weighted average is one. All this information is giving you, if you would like to compare between articles to decide which one to read. Also, this article is part of SDG 7, which could be important for some universities, of course. And also on the matrix available on the right side on top here to see it quickly. And by the way, this interface has changed very recently. So if you haven't used Scopus for like 1 or 2 weeks, this is a new interface to make it easy to access. Here is the document which is cited, this article. And then we see the references which has been used by those three authors for this article, all the list. This could be something useful for you if you're doing a literature review. And also last part, which is similar document that is actually provided by Scopus, similar applications to this article. Again, this could be something very useful for you if you're doing a literature review. You can view this information in a PDF. And remember, we did a filter with open access. So you can go to full access and click on view at publisher, and you would be able to see the full article on the publisher website, since this is an open access journal. Coming back to the journal, as I mentioned to you, if you click on renewable energy, and this is one of the ways which you can find the journals, you search by keywords in the documents and you will get publication, and then you can look at the journals. And when I clicked on the renewable energy, the journal name, I can see here the matrix of the journal, and that's publisher is Elsevier, and it has two subtopics, and both of them are Q1 journal. So this is a Q1 journal if you're interested to maybe publish in this one. And you can view the full source details from here as well. Let me go back and maybe change the sorting to more citations so we can see the full information of the citation. So this article actually was in 2022. Let's have a look. It has 400 citations. Okay, because I wanted to show you that we have an option called PlumX, which is the non-traditional matrix as well. It's following the article footprint in different sources other than, so it does not depend on citations only. Here you can see information about the citations. You can see that actually banners which open when I open the article. This is Mindri. This is a reference manager of Elsevier, which is free. You can download, and I've added it into my browser as an add-on. So it opens here, and if I click on it, it will open Mendeley and open the PDF for me. I can add also this article to my library as well. But first of all, it will open the PDF of that article immediately. Especially it is open access again, so the full text is available for me as a researcher. So that is actually the document search in a very quick way. I want to spend more time with you on actually on Scopus AI because it has developed more and it can be very helpful for you. So before going that, let me show you the organization search and author search. Organization, so for example, if I search here for University of Bahrain, then I can see the affiliation. Here is the name of the university, the address, and this is a unique number for each university or each institution worldwide. This is the number for University of Bahrain. You have more than 7,000 documents. You have more than 2,000 authors. And you can see by subject area, engineering is the largest subject, and then computer science, and then material science. The structure of the university, you have not added, you can add actually if you have a university, college of medicine, business, and the hospital. These are the three which is worldwide Scopus allowed to add it. Some universities previously had more, but then they had this rule after that. And then you have the collaborators with whom you collaborate. You collaborate mainly with King Saud University, and then Alexandria University, and this one university from, I think, Pakistan, and so on. You can see, and you can click on the documents to see the publications. Also, we have seen the SDGs on the article level. Here is the SDG on the university level. You can see your publications of the University of Bahrain, link it to the different SDGs. As you can see, the largest one is good health and well-being, 656 publications, for example. And if I click here on the documents, I will see the list of publications similar to the search we did. So we can actually use here the citation overview if you would like to look at the citation overview, or you do analysis for the results. If you click on the author number, and then you see a list of authors. But I would like to inform you that, for example, Dr. Javid here has 367 publications in Scopus in general, not only with University of Bahrain. So maybe he was on another university before, had 200 publication or 100 publication, and after joining University of Bahrain, he has 167 or so. in short, this is the total number of publications for the researcher in Scopus, including the current university and previous universities. So maybe it's a good chance that we also search by Dr. Javid Iqbal. So we can actually go to the search, the author search, and then show you quickly the author profile as well. From the search, to search for a researcher, you can actually put the last name and then first name. If it is a very common name, you can add the affiliation as well. You can search also by ORCID, or you can search by keyword. Let's search here. And then here is our author. And then now you are seeing the author profile, which we said we have around 20 million author profiles in Scopus. It's created automatically, and the algorithm will keep adding the publication to the profile of the author and link to the university as well. You can see the current university is University of Bahrain. The ORCID is here, the Scopus ID. So that's also a unique ID per author. So we have seen the unique ID for the university. This is a unique number for the author as well. Total number of citations, number of documents which gave these citations, total number of publication for the researcher, and the H index as well. And then we can see the list of the documents, the 367. And on the right side, you can see a graph with the number of documents and citations. If I click here on show all information, you can see the different institution which the researcher did work for, as you can see, and what are the subject areas which is the researcher published with in general. Also, the researcher can see his or her impact, and the impact starts with the SDGs, and then after that, the documents in the top citation percentile, 72.2% in the top 25 most cited publication, and then document in the top 25% journals. So the first one was cited in general, but this one, the 25% journals, and you see it per year as well. So 2022 was the best year. And then the field weighted citation impact, again, the world average is 1. That's a normalized metric, and you can see it here in the black line, and the blue bars are the documents published. You can see also the best year, I guess, was 2020. So this is the impact of the researcher, and then you start seeing the cited by preprints, co-authors. For example, here is the researchers he did work with. So all this information. Another session which we may do later, how can we edit or maintain the author profile? So you can edit your author profile to make sure that the correct name is selected, the University of Bahrain. So this can be done by the researcher himself. And the other option is, if I click on more, that I can look on potential author matches, because this is managed by an algorithm and the accuracy is around 97 to 98%. If the matching points between the publication and the name of the author is not 100%, then the algorithm may create a new profile. So when you click here, you can actually search for other authors with the same name, but only the author will know that this is okay. These are my publication. I can look at the last publication, and then I should merge, or to maybe be more accurate, I should request to merge this affiliation to mine. You just tick here in the box and request to merge, and then the support will check that and come back with merging, or maybe ask some questions. So that's a very quick way, but as I mentioned, we can have a separate session on the author profile itself. So going back to the search, I think we almost covered every part. The researcher discovery is, if you look for collaborator, it's very simple. You just search by keyword, and then you will get the author names which work on this field. If you look for collaborator, you can use that. Then maybe it's time to come to Scopus AI, which has a new feature. I will talk about the old one first and then show you the new one, which is deep research. Deep research, we have actually implemented the new agentic way um, of generative AI, which like be as an agent for the researcher and give you a report, a report of for the search you did. Let me start with the old way, which is maybe not all of you have seen it before. So I'm going to ask a question now, or maybe I can actually use one of these questions below. What is the impact of microplastic pollutant? Okay, international cooperation. Yeah, maybe this is something could be interesting. I will click on that as an example for a question. It starts with creating the query first, the Scopus Copilot. It creates a query in the natural language, and also it creates a query with a keyword. You can, by the way, use that keywords to use it in the advanced Scopus advanced traditional search, and it will retrieve records. But here it's combining both natural language and keywords, and it'll start generating a summary for the researcher. It will give that quick summary and then different points. Each point is supported by a reference only from Scopus. So if I click on one here, it will give me the reference from Scopus to go through it if I want more details. So it only depends on the content which is available in Scopus, and you can see here, number 2 is the second reference, and so on till it finish the first summary, and it gives you a conclusion. On the right side here, you can see all the references. You can look at all the references. There are 10 references to give you the first summary. And also it provides a foundational document. These are the documents in the same field, but with many citations. So it's considered as a foundational document for this field. And then if you find that answer goes in the right direction, so you can actually expand the summary. I click here on that arrow. So it will give you a more deeper answer or expand to the top answer as you will see. And it gives you also references in the same time. So it depends again only on the content. In Scopus, you can see all points are actually supported with a reference from Scopus. And then after that, you have something, sorry, very, I think it's very interesting, which is, and very useful, the concept map. If I click on concept map, it will give me a big picture of that research and how is the relation between the different parts of that part. So here talking about the international collaboration for climate change, and then it started to talk about three main points: the evaluation system, climate governance, and global agreements, and so on, as you can see, and you can download this image as well. So this is one thing. The other thing is the topic experts. If you click here, you will see the people who are very active in the field, and again, could be useful for you to collaborate with them, invite them for a conference, and so on. That actually will show here the number, the name of the researcher, number of citations, the two matching documents, and the H index, and it give you you can preview the profile of the researcher as well. So that's actually the topic expert. The third part of it is the emerging themes. These will give you or start to classify the themes in under this topic into different types. One is technological advancement in climate change mitigation. That is a consistent theme, means it's there for some time, and it has a average coverage for over the years. So it's consistent for some time. Another example here, which is China's role in global climate governance. Here is a rising theme. So this is a new, slightly new theme and doesn't have enough coverage. That could be something for you if you're looking for a gap into the research. And the last type, the third type, which is novel theme. This is a new theme into that topic and could be really very useful opportunity for you if you would like to research more into this area. Novel doesn't have much research yet into this area. So these are the emerging themes, the third option here under Insight the Gallons, and you can actually go deeper into the research more to help you understand that. That's very useful, I guess, for early career researcher, mid-career researcher, and also experienced researcher who are working on multidisciplinary topic as well. If I go back to the Scopus AI, and I would like to show you here if I enable here the deep research. Let's see if we have. For example, let's say that to what extent can voice-based emotion recognition systems improve patient trust and diagnostic accuracy in remote mental health care? And I've enabled here deep research, which is the agentic new agentic way of AI. It takes a bit time. It tries to mimic the thinking of the human being, so it may take more than 1 minute to generate the answer, and it gives you what it is doing right now. So here I'm found 20 sources related to the current technology, and it will show you step by step what the agent is doing during that time. Then I have finished. I'm reviewing the initial findings and planning next steps, and so on. You can see details of what it is doing in the background. Usually it takes more than a minute to generate the answer, but I think it will be useful. It takes a bit of time, but the good thing it is giving you what is happening in the background. Says I'm aggregating the research findings now, so almost done. Planning the report structure. Okay, so finally we have it after 2 minutes, 30 seconds. It first remind you with the question which was asked, and then give you a title, and then here is enhancing patient trust and so on. Again, the title, and then it starts with the themes actually. So these are the several themes under that topic and key insights under each of these themes, supported by references, as you can see. If you click on the reference, you should be able to see it. So 14, for example, we can see that 12 should be open actually for us. I think it's still loading. But anyway, these are references only from Scopus, and then it gives you a direct answer. What is the study scope? the time period, the discipline, the methods which has been used, meta-analysis, systematic review, assumptions and limitations, and then it gives you suggested further research if you would like to do further research onto that. And then the answer starts with an introduction, background, rationale, technological capabilities, all with points and references, as you can see. And then the synthesis, and then cross-linguistic and multicultural generalizability. Generalizability, it's a bit difficult word. And computational constraints. It's a long report on the questions which you asked the Scopus AI. With the references all the time, you can see the references has reached 71 integration and challenges, privacy, and it should give us conclusion at the end for the report. So I guess I found it very interesting. This is a very new feature. I hope you all try in Scopus AI. I think it's useful, and I hope you try it and also give us your feedback, and then you can ask follow-up questions as well after. Maybe last point quickly I will share with you before we move to the questions and answers is the Scopus sources. And Scopus sources is, as I mentioned during the PowerPoint, it is the journal, conferences, and books. And you have here the full list, and you can actually use the filters to filter by quartile or by source type as well. So, for example, if you're searching for artificial intelligence, and so you have 554 sources. Let's say you want only first quartile journal or fourth quartile or third quartile, it's up to you. And then you want journals only, no books or conferences, and apply. You can see that you have 175 sources. If you click on the journal, you can look at the details of the journal title, the coverage, and very important, this list has everything in Scopus. So it has also the discontinued journals. So first thing you need to look at the coverage, and if there is no label below that says the journal has been discontinued, then you can publish into that journal. And I will show you an example of a discontinued journal after this. The publisher is called Now Publishers Incorporation, the ISSN, of course, these are subject headings, and the type is journal. And these are the matrix, site scores, SGR, and SNP. And we always recommend that you use more than metric to compare between the journals. You can see how a site score is calculated. This is an annual metric like the SGR, SNP, and like the impact factor as well. But also we providing a site score tracker, that's a monthly metric calculated for the journal. And then also the rank of the subtitle of the journal, sorry, the subtopic of the journal. So the journal is in computer science, but it has 3 subtopics: software, artificial intelligence, the one which we did search for, and human-computer interaction. And it is number 1 in all of them. So it's in the top 1% journal. You can see here the rank and trend. It's ranked number 1 in the artificial intelligence, and the journal is always improving, as you can see, in terms of site score. So that gives you a good indication about the journal. You can see the content coverage as well. This journal does not publish a lot of articles per year. So 2025 only 3, 2024 6, and so on. And you can click on it and go to these articles as well. And you can compare. If you click here, it will send to a comparison page. You can compare more than one journal at a time. Let me show you, maybe last thing before we go for the question and answer, show you a journal. I'll sort by site score. So a discontinued journal, so you know how is the label looks like. So this is actually a conference which has been transferred or transformed to a journal, because it has an ISSN here and the type is a journal, but it has been discontinued. So under the coverage, you will see that label. Coverage discontinued in Scopus means that journal has been discontinued. And of course, it's not recommended that you publish in it because your article will not appear in Scopus. Because once the journal is discontinued, we don't add any new articles. The old articles will remain in Scopus. But let's say a journal which is discontinued by December 2024, and then nothing added after that into Scopus. So very important to look at this one. And also you can download, by the way, an full Excel file from here. Download Scopus author, Scopus source list. You can download the list of Scopus source title list, which has the full list. You have the discontinued list. You have the new titles which has been accepted into Scopus. So that's what I wanted to share with you. I hope it was useful. And Mrs. Zainab, if you would like to open the floor for Q&A.
Thank you, Mr. Wael. And please, if you have any question regarding how to use the Scopus or anything related to the session, please feel free to share your question. I believe that many of you have a question regarding the Scopus AI, maybe, because I received a lot of questions. Yes, Dr. Hayat.
Yes, thank you very much,
Thank you.
Mr. Mansour, for the fruitful presentation, and also same thing for Mrs. Zainab for organizing such a important workshop. I actually have a problem. I mean, I face problem with Scopus whenever I have been asked to collect data from Scopus. Sometimes I don't find it for me convenient to collect the right data. When I contact Scopus, with all my respect to them, I don't get response until after a while. And I normally have quite deadline to collect the data. I faced a specific issue last week that I have been asked to submit a list of the authors and co-authors of the UOB, yani the authors of UOB, but with their co-authors list, plus their contact details. Now, as far as I remember previously with Scopus, there was such a feature that we can find the email addresses, but now it's no longer there. And I'm not sure if that is a lack from my side that I was unable to collect such a data, or because of restriction that is available currently with Scopus. I was able to see all the authors of UOB. I was able to see all of the co-authors, but their contact details was not there. And my question here is the email addresses of the co-authors. Is it possible to have them in one Excel sheet rather than going to each author? Even if I clicked on the co-author, actually, I can't find his email addresses. The communication became difficult here. That's my first part of the question. The second one, in case we have customized way of collecting data, what is the best way you could advise or who to contact so that we can get such information? Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hayat, for your question. It's very important. Usually in Scopus, we have only the data which the author allow us to show. So usually the correspondence author will share his or her email address, and that's available, as we can see in the record itself. But not everyone, because of also the GDPR. Maybe previously, before the GDPR, maybe we would be able to provide more, but unfortunately now only with the authors who can allow us to share, and usually that's the corresponding author. That's why maybe you are not able to get it now. As you mentioned, we have that list of authors of the university, but it's one less than one report which can be provided. The support team, yes, of course, sometimes they are very busy and they are late, but they will be able to help you in fixing things more than generating reports. And especially if the email address of someone is not available, they will not be able to provide that, unfortunately, of course. But for example, if you ask them to, you're missing one of your articles in Scopus, does not appear, then this is the main job for them. You send them the PDF and ask them to add it to your account. They should work on it and add it, of course. And if you have a long delay, please let me know. I try to escalate it internally. So that's my answer actually for this question.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's clear.
Mr. Wal, you can check the chat box as well. There is a question there.
Okay. In my search through the University of Bahrain publications, how can I get the affiliation of all the authors and co-authors in Excel? How can I get the number of each quartile Q1 and Q2? Can I include months in my search if my search publication by academic year? Okay, let me try to answer one by one. So how can I get the affiliation of all the authors and co-authors in Excel? It's not a straightforward. You need to export all the publications, and then as I show you that you can select the fields to export. And in this Excel, you will have more information, and you have to filter it manually. And unfortunately, because Scopus is a research tool, it's not a reports tool. So it's mainly to do a literature review and do your research finding, research gaps, and so on. Not very strong on reporting. We have other products which is more strong on reporting. How can I get the number of each quartile, Q1 and Q2, 3, and 4? I don't think that's available in Scopus. Again, that's available in other product we have in Cyber, because Cyber is more on an analytical side. Can I include months in my search if I am searching for publication by academic year? That's possible if you use the advanced search, but it's not very accurate because it depends on the journal. We capture this information from the journal issue, not from the article. So let's say this journal has 2 issues per year or whatever. This is issue 1. We cover the information of the months or on the semester, or maybe sometimes they put only the year. So it's according to the information which is available in the issue, and that is not systematic for all the journals, unfortunately. So that wouldn't be very accurate. If you want to do something like that, a search by academic year or by semester or so on, I would recommend that you generate the report monthly or so. Use the filters of the date before doing the search on the first screen. That would be the best way, maybe or the easiest way to do that. There's a question. I think that's maybe related to the registration of the session. It says I couldn't receive the confirmation email. If that can be explained more, Dr. Hussein. Any other question? I registered, an account is open but is not activated. That's a bit of strange problem. Dr. Hussein, did you use the university email address or personal email address? Maybe if it is any one of them, of course, we recommend the university email address, because yes, you use the university. That's great, because when you send the question to the support later on, they will recognize that you are from University of Bahrain and give you a support. Maybe try to look at the spam, or is there any other researcher at University of Bahrain face the same problem? Because some universities, which is I faced that or saw that with one university actually here in the region. It's only one, which the server is of the university is not accepting the automatic emails which comes from Elsevier. So So that's need to be resolved on the IT level of the university, that they allow the automatic email which come from Elsevier server. But before that, I would request you, Dr. Hussein, to look at the spam, look at these the folders, or maybe try to register again before we need to take it to the IT. And also to know if this happens with if the server of the University of Bahrain does not accept or allow the emails of the automatic, that should happen to everyone at University of Bahrain, not only one user.
Yeah.
We
Dr.
need to
Hussein,
check
you
that.
can send me email with the screenshot of the message that came, and we can check. I think it's sometimes go to spam. I faced
Yes.
this one time with the user. Yeah, no email received. Okay, take a screenshot and send me email. My email is up here.
Would be great. Any other question? Thank you.
We have some student with us, and last week I received many questions regarding literature review for like in a basic way for them to start for senior project. If you can show them how they can start as a literature review in easy way.
I would actually recommend, Ms. Zainab, that's a very good question. I would recommend that everyone, not only the students, but also the early career researchers, PhD or post PhD researchers, to go to this website, which I put right now on the chat. That is called researcheracademyelsevier.com. That is actually a free website for our users. It has a lot of free courses. One of them will be a literature review, one of them will be finding the research gaps, and so on. They can take the course and they can get a certificate as well. Most of these courses are available online. Some of them also available live from different experts in Elsevier. So there are a lot of experts from Elsevier providing these training courses, and it's free.
Thank you, Mr. Wal. I will share all this important link with all attendees after the workshop, inshallah.
Thank you. Any question?